everybody, it's Jenna from Jenna's Stitches, and this is my husband Josh.
Hello.
And we are here to do these spooky Halloween questions. I was tagged by both Erin from Crafting Kitty and Jess from J-Hook Magic. And apparently there's a couple versions of the questions going around, but the ones I'm using are from Erin's video, and they were created by Heather, the Crochet Witch. So question number one, your favorite horror or Halloween themed song?
Mine would be the Michael Myers theme song from Halloween.
And mine is I Put a Spell on You from Hocus Pocus. Number two, name something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or an abandoned building.
Spiders. Not a big fan of them.
And anything that shouldn't be there. I personally wouldn't be in a dark forest or an abandoned building, but if I was, I wouldn't want to run into anything. Number three, have you ever played with an Ouija board?
No, never have.
And I have a few times when I was younger with friends of mine. It was kind of dumb, but yes, I have played with them. Number four, your favorite horror monster or villain?
Mine would be Jason from Jason X.
And mine would be Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street. Number five, the creepiest thing that's ever happened to you while you were alone.
I would have to say after my dad died, it was probably about a month or so, I literally was sitting alone in a room by myself and I could see my breath. It kind of freaked me out. But knowing that, I had a sense that he was there with his presence was good.
And mine, I wasn't necessarily alone, but I thought of a story that I wanted to tell you guys. And there was other people there when it happened, but they weren't with me when it happened. So technically I was alone. But I was at my friend's house, and I had left her room to go to the bathroom. And when I did, I turned and looked to my left, and her attic door was open. And that alone was very strange because it never was. And her cousin was standing at the top of the stairs, just kind of looking into the attic. And I had said, "Shane, what are you doing?" And right after I said it, I heard him from the bottom of the stairs downstairs say, "Nothing, what are you doing?" And I turned and looked back at the attic, and whatever was there was gone. So it wasn't really creepy. I mean, I guess to other people it could have been. And technically I wasn't alone, but definitely strange. Number six, if you were dared to spend the night in a haunted house, would you?
No, I would not. That's a no.
And I would. If I was with someone, I would never do it alone. But if somebody else was with me, I definitely would do it. Number seven, are you superstitious?
No.
No, me neither. Not at all. Number eight, do you ever see figures in your peripheral vision?
Yeah, I do.
And so do I.
I would have to, say that that's probably calls from old age. It's getting there. Your eyes are going. So, yeah.
Number nine, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's. I am big on Reese's.
And mine, if I could still eat it, would be either Three Musketeers or Almond Joys, but I can't eat them anymore. Do you prefer horror or thrillers as number 10?
Thrillers.
Me
Definitely
too.
Thrillers.
I'm not much of a horror person. I used to watch a lot of horror movies when I was younger, but I couldn't even tell you the last one I watched. But I do like thrillers. 11, do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds?
Absolutely. We're not the only ones that are in the universe. Has to be more than just us.
And I agree with that. Number 12, have you ever made a potion of any sorts?
Now, we talked about this countless times. We're wondering if alcohol counts, because we definitely made a lot of those. But other than that, for me, no.
And yes, if it's alcohol, then yes, I have made potions. And I'm sure me and my friend, when we were little, probably mixed like mud and something together and called it a potion or something. But potion for magical reasons, other than, getting tipsy or drunk, no. 13, do you scare easily?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
I
he
definitely
does.
do. I jump very easy. I don't watch horror movies for a reason, because I'm a sissy. And I'm a grown man that says that I can say it, I'm a sissy.
And I do, but I don't. It really depends on the situation. I could see someone walking up next to me and they go to talk to me and it scares me. Or I could be on a Zoom meeting at work and ask somebody if they're there, and when they answer me, it scares me. But other than that, no, I would say I don't really scare easily. 14, have you ever played Bloody Mary?
No.
Me either.
No.
15, do you believe in demons or the devil?
It's like a yes and no answer. I kind of do, kind of don't. I mean, we have a cat named Lucifer. So, I mean, technically.
I believe in him.
Yeah, I believe in him.
I don't know where he is.
I don't know where he is either.
He's usually in my videos. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really a religious person at all, to believe in like God and the devil, but I definitely do believe in something. But whether it's demons and the devil, I don't know. 16, you're home alone, but you hear footsteps in your house. What do you do?
Find the solution or the problem, and handle it very quickly, or just call the police.
I would call you.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I'm home alone, so.
Yeah.
And I'm never home alone. My kids are almost always here. But if he wasn't here, I would definitely call him and probably get out of the house.
Yeah.
Which one was that? 17, if you're trapped in one scary movie, which one would you choose?
Yeah. That's a hard one, because I'm not really huge into it anymore, like with scary movies. I probably would have to say probably a Jason movie, because I was kind of big into those, even though they scared the crap out of me. But I'd have to say one of the Jason movies, probably Jason X.
So technically, I just thought of this. Casper is listed as a horror movie on Peacock. So if I had to be trapped in a horror movie, I would say Casper, since it is a horror movie on Peacock. But if I had to pick a real one, I would probably say Scream, because it's just a guy or woman in a mask with a knife. I think it'd be kind of easy to survive. 18, if you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
So, my wife loves to watch Halloween movies on Halloween, like the whole month of October. So, and we had said it last night. had said it last night. I would wear Billy from Hocus Pocus, because that he was madly in love with her. But unfortunately, my wife corrected me on that and said, no, it was Winnie that was in love with him. But
he was actually in love with Sarah.
Yeah. Well, regardless, because of my wife, I would be Billy for the rest of my life for her.
And I would be Winnie Sanderson, because I love her. Where are we? 19? Would you ever go to a graveyard at night?
Oh, absolutely. Done it many times.
20, in a zombie apocalypse, what would your weapon of choice be?
Okay, so we talked about this yesterday as well. Mine would have to be probably a crossbow. I definitely would choose Daryl's crossbow from The Walking Dead. It's kind of cliche, but I would choose his crossbow. For one, you could literally use it as multiple scenarios. Like you could use the arrow to stab someone in the head, or and then you could just use it to shoot someone from a distance. I mean, it could be both. So that would be my weapon of choice.
I would probably choose a machete or a rocket launcher.
So I mean, rocket launcher. You only get one shot, and you blow it.
And then I have a machete.
Yeah, well, fair. All right, that's fair. That's fair. I'll agree with that.
21, would you rather go to a Halloween party or go trick-or-treating?
Trick-or-treating.
Yeah. I don't go to parties ever.
I mean, She used to. Don't let her lie to you.
When have I ever went to a party, though?
Well, I mean, it was probably when you were younger, like
No,
18,
really,
19.
I never went to parties.
Don't let her lie. I've gone to many parties, but now it's where we have kids. It's all about the fun for the kids, and for our kids especially. For trick-or-treating, it's I don't know, it's tradition now.
I agree. 22, you're in a horror movie. Are you the final girl, the first to die, the comic relief, the skeptic, the smart one, or the killer?
Killer. Hands down.
I would probably be the killer, too.
Killer. Because, I mean, for one, if you ain't letting you learn your lesson the first time, I'm going to kill you.
I'd either be the killer or the smart one.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the other ones kind of fit for me. I mean, I guess if it wasn't the smart one or the killer, I would want to be the final person. But I would say probably killer over all of them.
Mm-hmm.
23, do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie so you can go to sleep?
Not really, because if I'm going to dream about it and it's going to be a nightmare and I'm going to dream about it, usually what I'll dream about something else that is more happy, and it probably would be The Lion King, because that was one of my favorite movies growing up, so I probably would say The Lion King.
And no, I don't have to watch something happy after a horror movie. Again, I don't really watch horror movies anymore, but when I was little, I would fall asleep to horror movies. And it doesn't really bother me to watch one and go to sleep, so I don't have to. 24, while watching scary movies, are you the one yelling at the characters, covering their eyes, or sleeping?
All the above. I'm screaming, and all the above.
And I would say none of the above. I'm not a person who yells at the TV ever.
Well,
I mean, I guess sometimes I do, but that's in like baseball or football or wrestling. But as far as shows go, I don't ever yell at the characters.
I mean, it's not like I'm yelling. But
I'm just saying,
saying it out loud.
I don't cover my eyes because it doesn't really scare me.
Oh, I do.
I mean, I guess I could be sleeping if I'm tired. I would go to sleep. 25, are you the one who gets scared or does the scaring?
Yeah, I get scared. Absolutely.
And I would say both. I like to scare my kids all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But again, sometimes I get scared, and again, I sometimes get scared easily. Things that scare me are the stupid little things that I was talking about earlier, like somebody could walk up to me and start talking and it scares me, and things like that. So usually I'm the one doing the scaring, though. 26, what's your favorite scary book?
Don't have one. I don't read books. They put me to sleep.
And I have quite a few. I would say if you're talking about a singular book, it would probably be the book Horrid by Katrina Leno. That is a really good horror book. And then I have two series that I really, really like that would be considered horror. And there is the Diviner series by Libba Bray. That one is a very good book series. It's set in the 1920s, and it's a pretty big ghost story. It's really good. And then there's the Stalking Jack the Ripper series by Carrie Maniscalco. Those books are really good as well. 27, how old were you when you saw your first scary movie?
I can tell you the movie. It was called Event Horizon. And how old I was, I think I was probably maybe 9 or 10, I'd have to say. Probably about 9 or 10.
And I would say probably somewhere around 9 or 10 as well. I was really big into the Scream and like I Know What You Did Last Summer movies when I was little. And we just finished watching the TV show I Know What You Did Last Summer.
That was really good.
There was only one season. It was on Prime, but it was really good. And I had looked up to see if there'd be another season. And of course, it brought up the movie. And the movie came out in 1997, which would have made me 10 years old. So I would say somewhere around there. 28, what was your first Halloween costume?
Yeah, it was kind of like a hard thing. I'd say probably like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I probably say that was probably my first. Oh, or actually, you know what? I just thought about it. Power Rangers. I was big into Power Rangers
I
back
think
then.
it was the Red Ranger one year.
I wanted to, and it was kind of like a dorky thing. I always wanted to be like the number one. So I always wanted to be like the Green Ranger because Green Ranger was badass. But everybody goes with red. But yeah.
I don't know what my first costume was, but I know there is a picture of me and my brother on Halloween, and I was maybe 3 or 4, and I was dressed as a treasure troll. The pink one. And that is the first memory I have, just because, there's a picture of it. 29, if you could have a spooky Halloween pet, a black cat, owl, bat, rat, wolf, what would you pick?
Well, I would say a black cat, but now actually talking about it, we have had multiple black cats in the past, so I'd have to probably say an owl. I definitely would say an owl, because owls are pretty freaking spooky.
I was going to say owl or bat, but I actually think it would be like a niffler.
A niffler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're cute.
Okay.
And that leads us to the last question, number 31. What is your favorite paranormal / supernatural creature? Vampire, wolf, ghost, etc.
Okay, so we've watched the whole entire Supernatural series. I would honestly have to say probably it's a toss-up. It's really hard. For one, vampires are cool. You get to live for the rest of your life until you get staked. Wolves, pretty much, it sucks for them because you have to really transform at the full moon, and that's very painful. So I would probably, I honestly probably would be a ghost, just to mess with people.
No, it says, what is your favorite?
Oh, favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear that part. Probably vampire. Definitely hands down vampire.
I'd either say vampire or fairy.
Ooh.
And depending on what type of fairy.
Okay. I didn't think about that. All right. So if you can't tell and notice, she's really the Halloween person in the family. Me, not so much.
I love Halloween.
I do it for the kids. I'm more of a Christmas guy. I like Christmas time. Christmas time's fun. Get to see the enjoyment of their faces waking up in the morning. So, I mean, that's me.
But yes, I would either pick vampire or a fairy. But fairies can be conniving.
Yep.
But vampires can drink your blood.
And live for a very long time.
So I'd still pick one of the two because they're both my favorite. So
yeah.
But that is all the questions. I'm not going to tag anybody because I think everybody that I watch has done the tag already. So thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for the next video.
Bye.
Bye.